And the one thing we haven't talked about, and this is the slippery slope argument, and I'm going to prove all of these people that used to say this to me wrong. People that buy scanlations and say, well, when the Gantz manga comes out in the United States, I'll buy it. But until then, I'm going to keep downloading it.
It'll never come out in the United States.
Yeah, because it's never going to come out. Dark Horse just announced, by the way, they're releasing the Gantz manga in the United States.
Yes!
In all of its bloody glory.
No one's more happy
the
than me.
black and white bloody glory. It'll look like Kill Bill. But the argument that people have always given me, all 3 years I've been doing this panel, is I download it now, but when it's released, I'm going to buy the DVD. And I always said that Naruto and One Piece would prove me right on this subject. How many of your friends downloaded all of Naruto or all of One Piece? How many of them own all the DVDs? They're not out yet. They're not all out yet. Because what people did, what most people did is, well, I don't like the 4Kids release of One Piece. They changed. Well, guess what? You said you were going to download the legitimate copy when it came out because you stole it originally. Or buy it. I'm sorry, buy it. You don't have the right to put up any argument as a consumer if you have already sampled the entire show. You don't. It's a slippery slope. Once you slip on that once, you... Who was it at lunch? The problem with ethics is there is no gray area. You either have ethics or you don't.
Yep.
And
Michael said that.
if you say you're going to buy the licensed product, it doesn't matter what.
How much you hated it.
Everybody came in like they were looking for someone. I was like, I didn't do it, I swear. I did some things, but not whatever that is. But if you say you're going to download it when it becomes available, then you have to. You have to buy all of it. And by meaning like being married to it. You have to agree that you're going to buy it. And you know what? I just assume it all be unavailable because I don't want kids that don't really know what their ethics are right now having that choice. Because most of them are not going to buy it all. And guess who it hurts? All of the people working to make sure that it comes out fast, that there's a good dub, that there is a good 5-1 mix. There's a whole group of people are like, well, it's not all about the voice actors. None of us would ever say it's all about the voice actors. There's a whole army of people that work on the shows that we do that work on not just the Japanese, or not just the English, but they're doing mixes of the Japanese, they're cleaning up audio, they're cleaning up animation, so that you have a decent copy of a show like, Neoranga.
Well, ultimately, it hurts the consumers, too, because there are people like us with disposable income who are willing to drop tons of money on new copies of everything, who can't get what we want.
That's what kills me about what's going on right now.
Yeah.
There are a lot of us that believe we're starting to see the beginning of the end of the industry right now.
Don't say that, I'll cry.
No, but there are a lot of us that think that we're about to see this house of cards topple. And a lot of people don't realize that this is a symbiotic relationship with the Japanese. How many of you think the Japanese animation industry could survive without America's money?
No.
Really, you think they could?
I heard somewhere that they release thousands and thousands and thousands of hours just for the Japanese market.
Where's the money?
I didn't say that. Do you think that the Japanese anime could exist without the American market?
It can.
Yes.
No, it can't.
It absolutely cannot. It has not been able to support itself for many, many, many years.
The anime industry in Japan almost tanked 9 years ago. Do y'all not remember when 4 major studios in Japan closed their doors? Less than 10 years ago now. Why do you think they started looking at the American market so seriously? Who do you think bailed the anime industry in Japan out 9 years ago? That's why there are so many productions that come out on TV in Japan that have ADV's name in the credits and Funimation's name in the credits and Genion, and because we're paying for the ends of those shows to be produced. How much do you think it costs for a single episode of, say, something nice like Samurai 7 that's pretty, or Chrono Crusade? What would you say, one episode, 26 minutes of animation? How much do you think that costs?
1 million.
No, not 1 million. We would be rich if it cost that. No, we'd actually be poorer.
It's hundreds of thousands of dollars.
It's over $150,000. What were you going to say? Just say, you got about that much? Well, how much were you?
I was gonna say 200,000.
Yeah.
It's close. I would say between $150,000 and $200,000 for 26 minutes of animation. Okay, now times that by 26 or 52 on a show that you don't know whether it's going to sell or not. What do you need when you're trying to get a new business off the ground? Capital. And how do you get that? Investors. We are the investors in the Japanese market. This is it. You're sitting with the investors in the Japanese market. So if it tanks here, there is no industry in Japan. There is no industry in Japan if it fails here. And the thing that makes me so angry, I have been saying this for 3 years. For 3 years, I've been trying to get people to stop downloading anime. And you know what? If this industry goes away tomorrow, I will be sad. I'll be horribly sad. But you know what? I can't look back and feel ashamed at my part in it. I tried. All the people I work with tried. We tried to do something because we loved what we do. And that's why I'm trying to get fans to have a knee-jerk response to this. This is a farty economics lesson. I might as well be an old white-haired fart writing on a blackboard. This is like being in an economics class. Apple computers should have disappeared years ago, honestly. But there are certain freaks that would not buy anything but Apple computer products, and we were insistent on using Apple until they had the good sense to get Steve Jobs back in there and make a sexy computer. And now Apple computers, there are more iPods than there are CD players now. So this is a lesson in economics.